Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for you to find tips, tools, strategies, everything you need to take the hassle out of your hustle to build a profitable business that's fun to run. Today is Tuesday. The digital diva is in the house. Terry Johnson, online from New York City. She's right here, right now. We're going to be talking all things social media and digital marketing.
Mhm.
So get a pen, get a paper, something to take notes on, record it, watch this again, do whatever you have to do so that you can apply what you learned today. Welcome to the broadcast. TJ, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's marketing talk, where we talk and chat about things like Fran said about digital marketing, social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, a little bit of SEO, a little bit of website, a little bit of everything to help you build a business that's fun to run and you want to make money. And the thing that's we have to do now, well, I don't let me not say have to, because there are some businesses that they don't do any social media stuff at all. But I'm like, why not? Because there is opportunity here. So we always talk about how to find the opportunity for you to grow your business and make more money, because that's what you're here for, right? So
Right.
everything's online, everything's on social media, but it's overwhelming. I get mad when I see old information. People still find old information. If you love Instagram, you know that you cannot rely on old advice even from last year, because Instagram keeps moving the cheese, like Fran said. Keep moving the cheese. You don't know what to do, what's working. Do I do real? Do I do this? Do I do that? So it's very confusing. So we try to keep the confusion down here and let you breathe a little, find the space and make a strategy that works for you, because you want to make money. So everybody's making money online. We want a little piece of that. Okay. So now this I called, what I call, from bright to bold. No, from bright to, forgot what I called it. I even forgot what I called this thing. Uh let me get the title, because I'm like, I just lost my thought. What did I call? What did we call this?
From bright to burnout.
For bright to burn. Yes, not bold. Bright to burnout. That's what it is. So, what does that mean? Now, we talk about businesses. We talk about being online, the opportunity of seeing it, and then I follow this brand that we talked about, or this small business owner that we talked about in 2019 on a show called Hustle on Vice, and the person that was the host of the show was like maybe 8 episodes, and each episode talked about a small business owner. I know you don't remember, and I barely remember, but I came across their Instagram, and that's why I called it the burnout. They were bright in 2019. Now they're in a burnout stage. So let me bring up what I'm talking about is Trade Street Jam. And let me bring up the Instagram, because this is where I found out what was going on their Instagram. So here, let me see. Yeah, so this is the Instagram. Trade Street Jams. The young lady that you're looking at is the small business owner. Now she's a chef that makes jams, vegan and low sugar jams, and this is her profile. Perfect for cooking, baking, and cocktails. And then I was trying to figure out what was going on, because now she's moving into branding, so it's a little confusing. But what happened is, and I'm going to show you, I saw this video, and let me see. Oh,
for a while, but I wanted to let you guys know that we are just a few weeks away now from either shutting the business down or filing for bankruptcy. So in lieu of that, here are 3 things I need from our Jamily community before we decide to officially shut down. The first thing is resources. The second thing we need from you guys are tips. And the number 3 thing we need is support during this time. All right, guys, read the caption below for more details about how you specifically can help Trade Street Jam Company.
okay, so let me stop. I'm going to read a little bit of the caption, because it's very long. But basically, what it is like she's saying that they are going to have to go through bankruptcy, from what I'm getting this. So she says, what it looks like when a successful company with a strong foundation and great products simply runs out of money keeps getting denied for any type of funding. Then she was asking for help and stuff. So now what was in here? And then also she got another brand that she's trying to start. So she had followed that. And I did follow that. I haven't looked at the new brand. And then she said they're still selling jam. You can go to the website, whatever she's got in stock, because it's a product that people like. Because she makes the specialty jam, and she made videos with cooking with the jam and making drinks and all kind of things. So in the comments, people were tagging the owner of the Slutty Vegan brand, which is a young lady out of Atlanta that she's really exploded with her brand, where she makes vegan burgers, but they taste good. And then she's got all of these unusual names for it. It finally came to New York. I still haven't gotten to it because it was in Brooklyn, and then they opened a Harlem store. It's just been so packed. You it's crazy. You can't even get in, and it's a small place. All this craziness, but they were tagging that brand, that lady. Her name is Pinky something. They were in there. So then she made another video, and I want to show you that because she made this.
Okay, you guys, I shared a video last week about our business being on the brink of closure, and I wanted to clarify some things. We are shutting down because we have exhausted all of our capital, and you need money to run a business, especially when it involves a product. When I say exhausted, I mean emptied my 401k, cleared out my personal family savings accounts multiple times, raised almost $1 million in capital over the past few years, and have done multiple fundraisers, and we have nothing left. A lot of people have reached out thinking we're shutting down our business because New York is too expensive to start a business. We aren't reaching out to influencers like Pinky Cole and Tabitha Brown. We don't apply for grants or loans. We aren't approaching large grocery retailers. Not the case. Point blank, we need to raise capital to reduce our COGS, create efficiencies, market to new consumers, and break into retail. I'm not sure about the ins and outs of why other businesses fail, but I hope this helps paint a picture about why Trade Street is struggling so much. Okay.
Okay, so I know she went talk too fast and everything, but basically she was saying that people that were tagging Pinky, her name is Pinky Cole. She's the owner of the Slutty Vegan brand, which they make the vegan burgers and tofu hot dogs and stuff that taste really good. And then she mentioned Tabitha Brown. Now, if you're not familiar with Tabitha Brown, she's another I think she was an actress, and then she switched to a lifestyle brand where now she has a hair care line. She started with vegan seasoning. Like her first thing was a season with McCormick, and she sold a seasoning that she uses because she made vegan food. She was vegan, so she made vegan food trying to get people of a certain culture, our culture, to eat healthy and try to have vegan food and have it taste good was her thing. And then she turned that into a book, and she's got a brand. And so people in the comments were tagging those two people and others saying, help. Trade Street Jam needs help. So she made the second video saying, well, that's not going to do what she needs to do to keep this business going. Okay, so does everybody have like the thread of it? Because I want to go back and show you. Okay, this is let me switch to this. So this is John Henry and Hustle. The Hustle was the TV show on Vice that we talked about because he's a entrepreneur. He's a venture capitalist. He had a group of young men in Harlem, and they had a venture capitalist group, and they were giving out millions of dollars and stuff. And he started lots of brands. So he had a show on Vice TV, which I'm not sure if it's around. That was one of the things we just talked about. I'm not sure. But in 2019, he did this series of shows. This is her on the right. She was the she was a chef in Brooklyn in a small kitchen, a commercial kitchen that she rented a certain space and made the jams. But she needed help with growing the business and stuff. So he helps these businesses with a business strategy, market strategy, everything. So it was a really cool show. It was a few episodes. It was only 1 year in 2019. So I want to bring up the little preview. Oh, did it show up? It didn't show up. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, let me go back. Share a screen. So let me bring the video from Hustle The episode is called Jammed Up because she makes jams. Okay, so let me bring this. Let's make this full size because there's too much stuff going over there. All right, let's watch this.
Put the volume. Can't hear. Can't hear
Can
it.
you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, hold on. Let me see why.
Probably the little volume thingy.
Let me. Well, the thing is saying it's okay. Hold on.
No, down on the YouTube video or wherever that is.
Right here,
Yeah.
it's full.
Okay, and it's on.
Yeah. Let me
Oh,
go.
is your tab muted?
Nope. Nope. Let me check in StreamYard. Maybe StreamYard. All right, let me take it off. Let me put it back because okay, present at share audio tab is there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try it again. Okay. Now?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go back. Let's make it full screen. Maybe it's the full screen.
Mm.
You can hear that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go back.
The business that we came to check out today is called Trade Street Jams.
We do vegan, small batch jams, real funky flavors than what you'll typically find in the stores.
Ooh. Would you quit your job?
I don't know.
That perfect opportunity never comes. You got to do it scared.
Even if I put everything into it, there is a chance it still doesn't succeed.
An entrepreneur overrides that chance.
But you're saying that because you're successful.
Okay, so that was like a little preview. I can't find the whole video, but that's a whole preview. And we talked about this in 2019 because he did a bunch of shows. One was with a guy that made these specialty donuts someplace in Brooklyn. He didn't talk to just New Yorkers. He went across the country and he did a whole bunch of shows talking to business owners. And it was a good show. That was her episode. And go ahead.
Okay, just from that little clip, she didn't sound like she was very receptive.
She wasn't very he called her at and remember this is 2019. She's just starting out with an idea. And I think that's what we talked about because I'm trying to find the video that we talked about this. That, he's the more experienced person in all of the episodes. So he's trying to help these small business entrepreneurs who are unsure of what to do. He helps them with a strategy because he's done it. He's built businesses. He's kind of like Gary Vee a little bit, where he talks about it. I followed him on Instagram for a long time. He even started an insurance company, car insurance, but that kind of fizzled out. But he talked about the journey of you have an idea, how to get the idea successfully and grow the business successfully and all that. And like you said, she's unsure. That's why she's on the show.
Right, but she wasn't receptive. You know what I mean? He's trying to tell it.
There was a little hesitancy. I wish I could find the episode. There was a little hesitancy on her part. And we talked about this. I was trying to find the episode when we talked about it. There was some hesitancy on her part. There was some resistance. But I think at the end, he kind of got through to her because up until now, she's grown the business. She's grown that making the little jams in the little kitchen to where she is now. But like you said, like she said in her video, they run out of money. And that's one of the things with businesses that, and again, you picked up on it, that maybe she still had a little bit of whatever. I don't know what it is. I was trying to figure it out because I just discovered this week that she, was shutting the business down. But everybody comes in the comments saying, "Oh, this business owner should help you out. That business," and she's saying that's not it. We've run out of capital. Now, I remember another brand we talked about, the Honey Pot, that video where the same thing happened to her. She made the feminine products that were natural and stuff, and the customers like it, but she sold or invested or let a corporation come in and they messed up the products, and then she had to explain it on Instagram, but she didn't really explain it properly, and all the customers were upset. And I got to look at her brand too. I don't know what happened because she ended up in Target. You know,
I think
again,
she's still in Target.
okay, but she made a little you know, I have an idea. I'm going to start the business, and you got all these good ideas, but you run into the area where you know you run to an issue where something's not working because why? So I was trying to figure out what happened to Trade Street Jam, because when we talked about it in 2019, it was such a good thing. Like, who doesn't want jams, specialty jams and stuff? And I'm thinking, well, she's got loyal customers. She's got people that want to jam. She's run into the wall of growth and scaling of she needs capital and money, but it's not there. Because you saw that second video, she was saying we you know, we went through grants. Well, as a business owner, you're not really, that's grants is for nonprofit. That's really not what you should be looking for anyway, but I digress. Then people were saying about that she should use influencers. She says, I did that in the video, but I have to go back and fine tooth comb her social medias to see what was up. But she was basically saying that they hit a wall, ran out of money, and there's some mental breakdown issues of being the solo entrepreneur, running the business, trying to do all these things. I think she said something about running through all of their money and their 401k and stuff like that. So I'm bringing this up because I'm like, I thought this was it is a promising brand. She wasn't picked up. Oh, that was another thing. People were saying, well, why didn't you get picked up by Whole Foods? And it's not as easy as it sounds. Whole Foods
Right.
brands have millions of people saying, buy my product, buy my product. So I don't think that was the answer either. So what is the answer here when you have a product, a specialty product? And also, she was in Brooklyn, but I think they moved to Atlanta because somebody else brought up about it being expensive to start a business in New York, which is not true. It's expensive everywhere. It's not just New York.
Mm-hmm.
But she was thinking, well, let me move to Atlanta, which I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea because Atlanta is a very high cost of living place also. So they're thinking it's, you know, Atlanta, everything's cheap. It's not. So it has nothing to do with being based in New York, LA, Atlanta, Chicago, wherever.
Good morning, Fred.
Hey, Fred. Somebody said marketing. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. So what does she need? Well, she needs the money because she's at a wall where production is stopping because of I'm running out of money. I don't have money. Da 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 da. And you guys are throwing things at me in the comments, and I've done all those things.
But there's something that has not been done. There's something that has not been done, or else we would not be right here.
My point exactly. You got a product. Everybody's screaming in the comments, no, we love your jams. And she was making, and I saw a couple of her videos. It was her and her husband. I think she had stopped to have a baby or something. You know, life happens. But she was showing her kitchen, showing the jam and how she cooked something with the jam. Then she was saying, well, here's the drink. And she made something with the jam and the drink. Now, before you say, well, why is there jam in a drink? The sugar content of a mixed drink. Most people put sugar. There's simple syrup or other things. She used the jam because there's the sugar and the flavor. She was innovative with the drinks. Very innovative. Now, here's the thing. Me personally, just going off of intuition, I haven't deep dive into her stuff because I forgot. Like I said, this was 2019. I was like, oh, yeah, she talked to John Henry. She's going to be great. She's off on the yellow brick road and everything's going to be great. But it's not. So I'm thinking because it's a specialty product and it's customers. What is the breakdown? She's done the influencer track. I don't know if she's done ads. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't. But but for people to come and say, oh, you need a grant, you need somebody to save you, need a venture capitalist to save you. That's not what venture capital is about. That's not what grants is about. It's not to save the business owner. If you watch Shark Tank, they always tell you what's your numbers. They're not there to save you, give you a lifeline. You're supposed to be at a place in your business where things are good, not great. You're headed above water. You're just there to scale up. But she's not in a position to scale up. She's drowning financially. So I'm thinking something is wrong because you have a product that's good. You showcased it. You have customers. What is the disconnect? Now I haven't, like I said, I haven't did a deep dive into her socials, and let me look at her website while you give me, while
So
everybody in the comments give me comments.
My take on this is that there's more going out than coming in. That's how you get upside down. When you got more outgo than income, there's going to be a
Basics,
problem.
right? Basic business, right?
Right. And I'm thinking, okay, where does expenses need to be adjusted? Or because
There you go.
like you said, the money is coming in.
Right. So let's take a look. Here's her jam: sour cherry ginger, smoked yellow peach, strawberry, chipotle fit. So I've seen some of her stuff where she was making she's been on, oh my God, I forgot about this. She's been on with Gayle King from CBS Morning News. I forgot about this.
So she's getting exposure.
Yes. Look, vegan, gluten-free, low sugar, locally sourced, small batch, no preservatives, freaking delicious. I mean, and then she talks about this low sugar jams for cooking, baking, cocktails, and more. And she's demonstrated all of that in her personal kitchen using it. People buy it. Here's the best sellers. People buy it. I'm trying to figure out what happened because this is a great website. Here's one: Blackberry Mold Merlot. She's been in Essence. Good. What is that? What's GA? Good Housekeeping. Yes, Good Housekeeping. Bon Appetit. Food Network. BuzzFeed. She's got a quiz. Find your flavor. We Are a Woman in Black-owned business founded by Ashley Rouse, a trained chef who loves to experiment with flavors and create the unexpected. Here she is, one of her videos where she was making a meal. I think this is a burger with the jam, and then she had the wine, and then she said other videos where she showed the cocktails. Join our Jamily. That's what she called them. They're a family of jam. They love jam. They're a family. Subscribe and save. So what is going on here?
I again, too much out, not enough coming in, because she has exposure. She's not lacking for marketing presence.
The website is great. This is a beautiful website. Look at the top. $5 flat rate shipping when you spend $100 or more. So like I said, I didn't really deep dive in our social media because I always look at people's Instagrams or their other places where, because they will leave little breadcrumbs of what's going on, especially the ones that share their personal journey or their life or story. There's another lady I follow that is on the same thing. I went to her Instagram and she's like, oh, we're doing, I was like, what the heck happened? Because you were doing this, that, and that. And then I went back to her Instagram and there was little drops of things that was, a mental struggle or this or that. So I'm not saying that in this case that it's mental, but she had mentioned some stuff about burned out because this is a hard road. It was hard. It's always been hard for her, it seems like. Okay. And it's like Fran says, it could be probably your expenditures is you're top heavy with the expenses.
Fred said $100. How much is it? Oh, if you buy $100 worth of jam,
okay,
then
we'll see the jam. Now, see here, the jam this is not Smuckers. Okay, let's get rid of that. It's not Smuckers that is $2 on the grocery. She's a gourmet chef making gourmet jam. There's a market for this because she sells it.
Hold on a minute. It's one of Oprah's favorite things in 2023.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes. That's what I was saying. That everything I forgot about her. 'Cause I'm like, everything's great. You're on your Oprah's favorite things. John Henry Hustle. You talked to Gayle King. You've been on CBS Morning News. What is wrong? You've done influence, and she listed, I've done influencer, this and that. I was like, what's going on? So again, this is not Smuckers or whatever the jam is on the supermarket. This is specialty jam, which there's a market for specialty gourmet items.
So what is, I can't see that price for the
68. Oh, the chef gift at the bottom here.
No, right there, the favorite things gift.
Oh, $68.
Okay, and so you're getting like 3 jars or whatever it is, right? So okay,
Yes.
I can see that.
Plus you get recipes. 30 recipes, cocktail sweets and treats. If you go to our social media and look, she's telling you what to do with the jams. It's not just I have toast, here's some jam. She goes beyond.
Again, this is high end Martha Stewart level.
Oprah's favorite things. Oprah doesn't put Smuckers. She doesn't put that on her list. Oprah favorite thing last year.
Okay, and I'm like,
you get 3 for $68.
There is a mystery going on right here. There's a mystery.
Look at this. The photos professional. Blueberry pancakes with the jam. Here's a drink.
So just by you saying that, photos professional. What is she paying? Well, I don't know. She's paying something out.
Right. There's some expenditures. I don't know what they are. Maybe it's on the production end. Maybe it's the packaging, maybe distribution. I don't know because she's not going into details. But like you said, there is a disconnect. There's a disconnect here. Look at this. So let's watch. Let me see. Can we watch this? Yeah, it goes to YouTube.
Turning now to our series, we call it Changing the Game, where we highlight extraordinary women who are making a difference and following their passion. We've got a great person for you to meet today. We're introducing you to Ashley Rouse is her name. She is the CEO and founder of Trade Street Jam Company. Started her business in her Brooklyn apartment in 2016. Rouse began creating very unique flavors like plum and rose and strawberry, chipotle, and fig jam. I like that. With minimal sugar and without thickeners or preservatives. She's on a mission to prove that jam is not just for toast anymore. She joins us in the studio looking radiant in orange. Hello, Ashley.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, how you doing?
We're good. You know, you hear about people's passions, but I've never heard of anybody with a passion for jam. How'd this happen for you?
Well, I've been a chef for over 18 years now. I've always been canning and preserving, and I lived in this tiny apartment on Trade Street in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I was like, I want to start a business one day called Trade Street Jam Company. And I moved to Brooklyn about 8 years after that, and super inspired by the maker culture, the food culture, and started jamming again.
But it's your flavors too that get me. That strawberry or grape, you kick it up a notch. Sour cherry ginger, I love this. Strawberry chipotle and fig. How do you come up with the flavors? Do you just see flavors and jams everywhere as you're traveling?
Literally everywhere.
What do you mean?
Restaurant I go to, if I see a cocktail menu, I'm inspired. A food menu, a good drink, I'm like, that's gonna be a jam.
Oh, okay. So your husband is a little bit of the taste tester.
Oh yeah.
And you now have 2 daughters. So is this a family affair when it comes to the creating of these jams?
You know it. I mean, my littlest one, she's 1.5. When I tell you she eats, she is gonna eat, and so she's having jam every day.
Okay, we got some samples here, and what I love about this is like you are solving people's weekend conundrum of like, I got people coming over, I got family in town, like how can I put something on the table quickly?
Yep.
And you get some cheese, you get some crackers, and you got your jams here. So what are we trying here on the left?
And I'm gonna say this: I have tried these jams, and they are.
Oh, you've already tried them. Okay.
They are fantastic.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
I love your process, but you know what I also like is your candor. Recently on Instagram, you shared that this journey has not always been so easy because we look at your success as you sit here today. But you said, I cut down the amount of people providing help. I can no longer afford their services. I cut my salary in half, and I'm really salty about that. The business has been a backbone for some time. It's caused depression, anxiety, physical pains. Hello, stress-induced ulcer. Over the months, my depression has turned into burnout, exhaustion, emptiness, feelings of drowning and dreading work. I guess that's better than depression. Were you having a bad day that day? I know. I was very touched by this. What made you share something like that?
For me, sharing is therapy, right? Just being able to kind of share my testimony. I think people have a tendency to glamorize entrepreneurship. And, you know, that's not always the case, right? There's highs, but there's definitely lows. And so for me to share, it's my form of therapy. And then I also know it helps people. You know, I've had tons of people reach out via DM and text and call and just say
thank you.
Thank you. You know, it's helped me lean into my faith. It's helped me be a better entrepreneur. It's helped me be a better mom, like whatever. And if I can do that, you know, that's kind of like my higher purpose.
But judging by the reaction, the business is going well.
The
Ashley, is it?
Chipotle fig is fantastic.
Thank you.
Which one?
Thank
told you,
you.
Tony.
Yeah, it's just on a store-bought cracker here. It is fantastic.
Which one is that?
That's been our best seller for some years now. That's the darker red one.
Darker. This says smoked yellow peach, too.
That's the yellow one.
So what's next for you?
What's next? Well, right now we just launched a campaign. It's a fundraiser. It's called All Founders Need Therapy. And it's all about shining a light on mental illness, especially for small business owners. So we need to sell t-shirts. We need to sell jam.
Okay.
We need to sell t-shirts. We're trying to sell 20,000 t-shirts. That would kind of bring us some money into the business that we could re-inject and get back to a sustainable business.
I'm going to get your info and I'll be chipping in.
No, this smoked yellow peach is awesome.
Thank you.
We thank you. You're honest and humble jam queen CEO.
That's me.
Thank you so much, Ashley. What were you going to say,
Thank
Tony?
you. I was going to say people can buy them online. They go to your website.
Yeah. Head to tradestreetjamco.com. You can find all the jams. We also have hot sauce and biscuit mix. And you can find out about the fundraiser there as well.
We salute you and we cheer you on.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Okay. So.
Okay, Fred got some comments. Let's take Fred's comments.
Yeah.
And then, because I got some thoughts. Fred says, sounds like she needs to hit B2B industry, business to business, marketing directly to restaurants, hotel chains, and etc. And then he said, I would hit the international marketing also.
Very good ideas. When I saw the B2B comment that you made, I was like, yeah, because she's focusing on consumer.
Right. And then he says, I really get tired of folks running to sell t-shirts. There are so many other things to create and sell.
That was another thing that it was too much. She was branching out too much, reaching out, trying to save this one brand, but like t-shirts and therapy, and those are good things.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing with her.
Yes.
It's all up in here.
Yes, because you saw the thing that I showed you from the hustle for 2019. I wish I could find the whole episode because it really, but you got it from that little clip.
I was like, ooh, because she was not receptive of anything.
Very resistant to John Henry's advice. And I'm thinking, this is a guy who has gotten had started a venture capitalist firm with other men. They've gotten millions of dollars from this, that, and the other. He started very successful businesses. I would listen to him, but she was really resistant. I remember that from the episode.
So here's the thing. She was not, Fred said, no pun intended.
No, you're right. That's what it is.
And then the other thing is no money is going to help her. The money is not going to help her. You can put more money into it, but where is it evaporating now? Because she made over millions, right?
Mm-hmm.
The money is not going to help.
Bingo. That's it. Because people were calling in the comments, oh, Pinky Cole and Tabitha Brown, but she's been on Oprah. She's been talking, and you saw them on CBS Morning. The anchors, they were raving. Tony and the other Nate was like, I already bought it. I love it. So her issue wasn't consumers loving the product. Her issue isn't consumers buying the product.
No, it's not that. It's like, where's the money going? Because something is happening somewhere.
The expenses of making and producing and marketing the jam is outweighing the sales that she's bringing in. So that's why I said I love Fred's idea. And then think about that she needed to hit the B2B industry, marketing directly to restaurants, hotel chains, etc. So she and again, I'm going to give her some leeway because she had children that she's spread thin. To have somebody or hire someone to do the sales of talking to restaurants, going into the restaurant chains, like I'm specifically thinking Vegas and stuff like that, talking to the chefs, not the owners, talking to the chefs, because you have to sell the chef on the idea. How do I use this jam? Why would I want to use this jam? So she or someone else would have to talk to the chef and make the meal and the drink.
Okay, so here's the thing. She is the chef.
Yes.
So now when you go into becoming a chef or you're taking culinary, they teach you the back end of the business.
Right. Right. But see what I'm saying is she didn't do it. She's not doing that. What Fred just said, that was a good way to elevate your sales from having, you would have more revenue from talking to a restaurant chain, a hotel chain of this. But she would personally have to go and visit the chef and the head chef and whoever makes the decision, which is the chef, about what we cook here in these chains. But she would personally have to do that.
Okay, so here's another thought. You know how some people can't delegate and take their hands off stuff and let somebody go do the stuff? I'm thinking that might be a problem too.
That's her too. I think that's what it is. And this is not a critique of her. She's done really well. I mean, it is a breakdown of, and I'm thinking when I saw this week, I was like, she's doing what? She's Oprah's favorite things of 2023. She's been on CBS This Morning, a major network morning show. Her website is great. This, that, and that's what happened. Fred has a comment.
Fred said, I don't think she wants to sell products. Smells like she wants to be a personality.
It's been hard for her. Did you hear? You heard her say it's been hard.
Now, see, but here's the thing. She could be the personality if she let somebody else sell the product.
Bingo.
Just let somebody else do the selling, but you're going to have to take your hands off the wheel and let them do it.
Face up. And then she said, because, the beginning, talking to Gail King and them, she was saying about the idea of the jam. I think she was in North Carolina, decided to move to New York. And I'm like, you didn't need to do that because you jumped from a low cost area to a high cost area. But she was thinking that, well, New York's the epicenter of food, which it is. But I mean, you're making jam, so you could have started.
You could have sent it.
She could have started in North Carolina. I'm thinking low expenses, low cost, grow it up. And then, okay, if I need to travel to New York and talk to the chefs, take a trip, go fly and get a flight and take it and talk to the chef. Don't move to New York.
Because, okay, is she selling her products on Amazon?
I'm not sure. But see here, these are things that we are filling in the blanks where she has, there are holes in the story. And we're trying to fill in the holes and see where, and I think what Fran is saying is correct. That the expenses of it, the attitude of it, everything that we're mentioning, those are things.
Because I'm thinking, okay, so she's not in Amazon, but there's a whole bunch of lookalikes.
So Fred said that's true. Give her a cooking show off the skills and using the jams. She was on Food Network. She could partner with food producers, utensil men. So I understand where you're going with this, Fred. You're going to the wholesale part of it, which that's what I agree with. You sell more. It's like soap. When you're making soap, people are like, okay, I'm gonna sell to customers. You can, but you make the most revenue by wholesaling it to a hotel chain or this or that. See?
So here's the thing. She is not in Amazon, but there's everybody else who is copycatting.
Again, you have to have the attitude of growth. And I'll give her this, that maybe there was some, no, she mentioned it, some health issues, some mental issues, having two children in the middle. There's all of that takes a toll from you. If you're not, I'm going to say this, if you're not built for it, it's going to wear you down. So it's wearing her down. It has worn her down.
Right. And not everybody, okay, because we talk about this a lot. We have people that we've worked with that are not good at selling, and we tell them to get somebody to ask for the money.
Yeah, get somebody that's good at sales.
Good. Then, and you just stay in the kitchen and keep cooking.
Right. Now, why they don't want to do that is they don't want to give a cut of, they don't want to pay they don't want to put the expenditure out of paying someone to do that, because why do I have to pay for that? But that brings in more money and you can afford to pay them.
And I think that's where it is right there, because she's trying to do it all.
And keep all the money. If you don't watch Shark Tank, I watched Shark Tank a lot. I haven't watched it lately, but I used to watch it in the beginning. That's what a lot of the entrepreneurs and the people come on wanting a deal. They don't want to give up any skin in the game. They don't want to give up any percentage, but you have to in order to grow. And I think about the guy that came on years ago, Scrub Daddy. He had a sponge that looked like a happy face with two eyes and a mouth. You stuck your hand in, and he demoed it on the thing, and you know how hard it is to clean glass and things, and it was a sponge that cost him pennies to make in China or something. And I believe one of the entrepreneurs jumped on it right away. The lady that's on that had the QVC charge, they went on QVC. That guy has made so many millions of dollars since then. It's not crazy. But she was like, give me 30%. And he's like, sold. Other people will go, I don't want to give you 30%. I want to keep chugging along with what I'm doing because I get 100% of the profits. But this guy said, hey, you can take your 30%. And they've made millions upon millions with this little Scrub Daddy thing. And I think about that all the time.
He's on Amazon.
This has been years. And they did an update, I think, a few years ago of how much money that guy's making. So he didn't say, I'm going to keep 100% of everything and do the work as hard. He was like, I need to grow. Let me partner with somebody. Oh, they want 30%. It's a no-brainer. She has QVC deals. She takes her people on QVC.
Okay, some money is better than no money. I get 70%. Let me just get 70%.
100% of nothing? 100% of nothing, or you want 70% of a grape? You're hungry.
I will give you 30% because you are now paying for the expertise of what I don't know.
Right. And plus, Lori was, I think her name was Lori. She's the one with the QVC connections.
Right.
Every time she takes her products to QVC, it blows up the sell out every time they go on. So why, if I'm coming for a deal, I know it's a TV show, I know it's produced, I know all that. But I'm just saying that why would you go there and say, well, okay, I don't want to give up 30%. But you're there for a deal. Do I want 70% of $100 million? Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Okay. So Fred got some more comments here.
Says, thank you, Fred.
Here's a new audience. My World, public TV, PBS programming. That audience is wide open.
This is right up PBS audience alley. Specialty jam, specialty this.
Yeah, and
I don't. Again, we're looking at this from her. I don't know she hasn't, shared all the details. So
she didn't ask us, but whatever.
Right, we're trying to figure out what it is.
She's doing it all
because
you cannot do it all.
It's a disconnect. And for her to come on and make 2 videos, because the second one was clarifying what people were saying. Oh, you need to do this. You need to do that. She says, I've done all that. I need money. But Fran says money ain't going to help this problem.
She needs to listen to somebody else.
Should have went on Shark Tank.
Whatever. Well, I mean, because she has the exposure, but she needs a partner up with somebody that'll do the work.
I laugh, but if she'd have went on Shark Tank with this, she would have had a deal with Barbara Cochran and either not. I don't think this is a good QVC product, but I think one of the others, the real estate lady, she does a lot of specialty food. Because she did a lobster thing, and all of those things that she touched gourmet food wise have taken off. She did like a popcorn one that's real popular now. So
Fred said, my godfather asked me during my first business venture, would you want $1 million headache or a $500,000 headache? You need a team.
Yeah, she needed a team. She's probably trying to, like you said, trying to do it all herself, hold on all to revenue. I don't want to give up any. I don't want to pay somebody to go and be the sales person or whatever. I don't know. So I just saw this weekend. I was just like, this is was real shocking to me. But it's like you said, there's an issue of disconnect. There's an attitude there. It was there from beginning. She should have sold the business before now. Honestly.
Okay, see, that was the thing. Is she trying to sell it now? Because she's trying to go bankrupt.
No, she's trying to. They're going bankrupt. She's asking for, from the video, I think she's asking for resources for help.
See, she didn't even think about selling the company
when it was profitable. When she got the Oprah favorite thing, that was the time.
I think she can sell it right now and somebody pick it up for a steal.
Y'all want to go in, Fred? On the dollar, sure.
Me, Fred, and TJ, we can go in and pick it up.
She could. This is a penny stock now. When it was Apple stock, it's penny stock now. But there, because see what it is with a business, you have raving fans, accolades,
because people are going to still want this. So somebody is going to pick this up for a steal and continue it. Now, whether she gives up the recipes or not, I don't know.
There's a lot. I always look at things as IP, intellectual property. There's a lot here. And I love that we're discussing it, because now, like you said, I'm seeing the thing like you're saying about there's something with the expenditures, with expenses going overboard. There's a holdout and attitude, which I didn't see all of that before, but now I'm remembering. And I'm going back to read her caption, because it says, this is what it looks like when a successful company with a strong foundation and great products simply runs out of money, keep getting denied for any type of funding. Again, you're a business. You don't apply for grants and funding. Now, venture capitalists, like I said about the, going on the Shark Tank, yes, but that's not funding. That's, I need to scale to the next level. I need a little help, expertise, not I need money. That's why when Fran said about no amount of money is going to fix this, you're right. Fred says, could you imagine airlines using this jam in first class? Yes. What is the airline eat that? No, what is the Middle East airline that's like very
Emirates?
Emirates, or there's another one.
Whichever one. Look.
There's several, but I've seen when you travel on it. The one of the Sex and the City movies, when they went to Dubai, they were on the flight, and it was like you're traveling, in the air, but you're traveling like you're in a 5-star hotel. That line, and I believe there's more than one airline, that's up their alley. But again, you have to decide that you want to talk to this and reach out and grab it, which you can't if you're saying that it's hard and there's mental things going on. You have a family life and you have children.
You're whining. I'm sorry.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not downplaying it.
Right. But the children, you have to decide, do I want to be the home, take care of the home and this and that, or do I want to run the business? You can't do half, one leg in, one leg out. So I think that's what you're trying to do, which comes to the burnout part of it.
Right. So Fred said, many business owners are suffering through the struggles and depression that they create. Mm-hmm. And that's why money won't help.
Right. That's why I keep going back to her comment of we keep getting denied. We get denied. We're asking for money. Going to the, I'm not saying she's going to the government. I'm just saying I'm going to the government. Where's my small business handout? I'm going to grants. What? That's not what a business is about. Business is about having a product or service market that a market wants, that an audience wants, and marketing it correctly with your messaging and everything else, which leads to the revenue, and you do it over and over, ad nauseum, and repeat. For instance, wine, and you said it. Yeah, you're right. You guys are right. I was just trying to be nice, but you're right. But I keep looking at her comments, at her caption. I just remembered when we played the CBS this morning. I remember seeing this last year when it was live that she won. I was like, oh my God, she's on the Oprah thing. She's really taking off.
There would be other brands would love to have the exposure she had.
Yes. But now you're on Instagram saying, well, I've run out of money. I've hit a wall, bankrupt. Nobody will give me any money. It's a business.
Okay. And see, people
you don't give, nobody gives. It's not a charity. Nobody gives you money. You earn it.
Okay. And so, and perhaps the people who don't want to give it are not wanting that $1 million, $500 headache.
But see, I'm like, is there an attitude of I need money? Give me money when businesses don't do, venture capitalists don't say, here's some money. They're like, what's in it for me? That's what I'm saying. I watch Shark Tank all the time. They're like, I'm not, the sharks go, I'm not investing in a business for to help you out. I'm in it for me. What percentage am I going to get, and what is the return on my investment? If you come here crying and bonding about I'm going to be out of business, if you don't help me, they won't do anything for you. Sorry, we're not charities.
And that's not, so that's the shift.
It sounds harsh, but that's business. You shouldn't be going to a handout. You either get a loan or you get venture capitalist infusion. But again, these are things where a loan, you have to pay a certain percentage on the loan, and you have to pay it back. A venture capitalist is going to be calling you up. Hey, it's been like a month. Where the sales? But see, the venture capitalists, if you get the right one, or the shark deal kind of thing, they have expertise to help you. They have a network to help you.
If you listen.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's part of it, but I'm just saying, I see from this of a hand, I need a handout. I need a bailout. What was that? The government was bailing out the auto loan and the banks, and we need money.
Fred said, Gimme don't live here anymore. And then he says, yeah, that spilling the emotions online was the wrong move.
Well, here we are.
You cannot be all up in your feelings.
I just look at it because I remember seeing the website. Oh, I was like, this is great. Making the specialty jams, having customers rave about your products, having people on a network news show rave about your products. The issue isn't the consumer part of it. Is like Fred was saying about, you should have went the wholesale restaurant wholesale route.
But in her thinking, she's not even there.
Right.
She's not
I know
allowing.
She's not there. I know she's not there. She's looking at custom. She's looking at, I need money. Give me money and more customers. When, like you said, there's a money hole here. There's a money pit here. There's something going on with the money because you're getting sales. What is going on? And you think that money, getting a handout, is going to save you when it's not. You said that it's not going to save her. Having more money is not going to save. So, I just bring this up because I remember we talking about it. I wish her well, but this is the end of the road, and it's unfortunate because you had something, a product that people loved. You got an IP. You got something you could do with it. It's just, but I was thinking, where's the disconnect? I was like, there's a disconnect here. So now that we're talking about it, it was her attitude in the beginning, very resistant. Very resistant. I remember that now. I wish I could find the episode or the one where we talked about it, because we talked about her and it was another, the donut guy, and
yeah,
there was a couple other things. So now this makes me intrigued. I want to go find the donut guy. And I forgot what it was. It was a couple other people that John Henry is his name. That he's an entrepreneur, venture capitalist, was like, hey, I'm going to help these struggling businesses get better, grow their business, because I know how to do it, because I did it.
But there was a different, his mindset. She does not have that same mindset that he had. I'm not talking about the helping of the other business. He had a mindset of, we can do this. You can build a profitable business. That's the mindset that he had. She doesn't have that.
Right. There was another one. I remember the 3D printers. There was another business idea on here. I believe 2 women with a beauty product or something, and he was helping them find because there's a lot in New Jersey. There's a lot of chemical businesses, so he was trying to help them get the formulation done on a manufacturer. So this was pretty good, and it only did 1 season. I don't understand why. I thought it was great. I love business shows, but there's other people that don't like business shows. So
so Fred's comment is, when you are in entrepreneur land, her actions make sense. When you get into real business world, straighten up. you cannot. The business side of stuff, there's the numbers, and they don't lie.
Right. Exactly. So that is what what I'm bringing you to today. That this, again, a lot of things will just pop up on me, and I'm like, I wasn't, I'm following her on Instagram, but I wasn't like watching her post and things. For some reason, Instagram is doing its thing, and I went to Instagram and she was like, oh, well, we're shutting down because we ran out of money and bankrupt and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hold up, wait a minute. He also there was a group of Hispanic distillery owners that they were trying to bring they're trying to make a liquor brand out of, like from their culture and stuff. I'm just going down memory lane because I'm like, this was a lot of good things here. He had 1, 2, 3, I think it was 8 episodes. So the 3D printer, the distillery owners, yes, it was 2 women that they had a feminine product. He was trying to help them get that manufactured. There was a guy that had a streetwear store in the Bronx, the donut guy, and somebody, they had a sustainable, they were trying to make sustainable something out of hemp or something. I remember that. So a lot of it was like off the wall kind of ideas, which kind of grabs my, that kind of gets me. That gets my attention. So Fred says business ain't personal. It's not. It's not. Right.
He said this talk may got into my marketing hat.
Good. I love it. See, that's what I'm saying. And I was like, we need to talk about this, because I did not do a deep dive into the why, but I was like, okay, the pieces are here for a successful brand. But in that episode on CBS, she was saying about how she was struggling. I was like, how? Girl, you Oprah's favorite thing. You talking to Oprah's best friend. How can you not take this and make marketing goal out of it? Again, it's down to the owner, down to attitude and the drive. And I love that we don't call it hustle anymore, because there's a backlash when you say hustle, but it is hustle. That was the name of the show.
Right.
I love that they called it that.
And hustle can be done and
But people
you
try
gotta
to
have
put
some.
negative on the word hustle that, oh, it means that you're slaving and you can't be with your family and you can't.
No.
That's not what it means.
Mm-mm.
Hustle means drive, the drive, consistency, resilience. Keep going when you get knocked down. I think Mike Tyson had a saying about everybody has a plan until they get knocked in the mouth or something.
Until they get
And
hit
he's
in the
right.
face.
Yes.
Fred said, I hate the word grinding and grind.
I
That's
hate
worse
it
than
too.
hustle.
I hate it too. I hate
Yeah,
it.
because I'm on my grind. No. I'm having fun.
Working hard. What's wrong with working hard in the now, in the moment? Because if your concern is, oh, my family and my this and my dad, and I'm missing the growth of my children, whatever's going on with her, I'm like, when they're 2 and 3 and 4, they don't remember stuff.
No, and then here's the thing. That means you have, okay, so here's what people do that are wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
They hire nannies.
Yes.
They hire
hire help.
housekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
They hire help. They get some help.
Yes. Yeah, and if you
Just
do
saying.
this correctly, it gets expensed from your business. You can tie it in correctly. But see, here it is. I think this is the attitude that she may have of, I don't want to pay for that, and that. Even though it makes your life easier, it frees up your time for you to go to Vegas and go out there to the hot spots of the restaurants and the this and the that and talk to the chefs. Spend a couple days out there, sell a lot of it, and go home. You miss 2 or 3 days of your children. When they're 2, 3, 4, 5, they're not gonna remember this. But as parents, we think, "Oh my God, I'm not there for the baseball game," or "I'm not for." When they're 2, when they're little, they don't remember nothing. It's when they get to be teenagers. That's when you want to have everything set up to, well, okay, we got the money for this and that, because they're going to want the expensive iPhone. They're going to want the expensive this and one. So you got to do the work while they're little. But a lot of parents don't do that because they feel like they have to be there for every second of their child's life. And I'm like, no, you don't, because they don't remember that. They don't remember that. But you're setting up a business for the future, for freedom, for comfort in your life, to where when they're old enough to remember everything, you can go on trips with them. You can make experiences with them. You can take your kids places and teach them, and they'll learn things when they're age appropriate. But if they're 5 or 6, they're not going to remember that.
Fred said the hardest thing most business owners run into is asking for help. Ask is an acronym. Always seek knowledge.
Yeah, you have to live in your business, and if you're not ready for that, then here we go. Here's an example of, she should have sold it way back when, and whatever she was trying to seek through making the business, do that, because I don't know. I'm just saying the pieces are there. That's how I see it. The pieces are there. Why didn't this puzzle add up? Why are you begging for funding and grants and money? Businesses don't beg. You go to the bank and get a loan if you need that. Or you have a source of funding, but there's no begging. There's no grants. That's a nonprofit. There's investors.
Right. And if they had a business plan, on that business plan, it would have showed that their marketing efforts have contributed to this, and this.
That's why the bank they ask you all those things.
Right. And so if the bank is not going to loan you no money, even though they see you on Oprah and some other stuff, they can hear her talking.
They look at the paper. They look at the numbers. It's black and white on that paper. Okay. Frances got herself into what she sells, the jam. Forgive me. No, I love it. Keep it coming. This is that's why I brought up the Mike Tyson analogy. You got to get in the ring. You got to get knocked down, but you got to get up. If that's not what you want to do, you don't want to go down that road as a business owner, then get out. Get out of the ring, jump out of the ring, and go start the nonprofit with the therapy for entrepreneurs. Maybe she wants to do that.
Okay, and if it's not working for you, don't blame the fact that you didn't have no money.
Really? And see, because she's been through the hard road. It's been what, 5 years?
She's on the other side of the
Right.
success thing because
So
most people don't even get the exposure.
so if you're trying, and like I said, that she's trying to do some other brand, where was it? Because she said follow RLH Creative House. I've started a new business in order to help my small business owners and most importantly my Black and brown community. So I followed it and I didn't pay attention to it. Let's take a look. Do we have a few minutes?
Yeah.
Or okay, all right, let's take a look.
I got a question. Would I want to follow you? You can't do this one, so why would I follow you to the next one?
That's
Okay.
see, that was in the back of my mind. I did not bring it up. Thank you for bringing it up. So this is our new brand. What is it called? RLH Consulting, a Rouse Like House, her last name, a creative house specializing in interior decor, small business branding, marketing, and mentorship, private cooking classes, and more. Again, it's too much.
It is confusing.
And then she got a post here. Let's look at this. Sometimes more is more. No, sometimes more is not. But no, there's too much. So, like Fran said, you had something that didn't work. So now you're jumping out of the frying pan into the fire to be interior decor. Small business
Where
brand.
is that coming from?
Marketing and mentorship, private cooking classes, and more. So I think interior decor is that might be like a thing that she likes because she has an aesthetic of, because of the jams and the meals, and you know what I'm trying to say, that there's a certain lifestyle that she's into. Maybe that's a part of the interior designing stuff, but there's too much here. You can't do that and small business and marketing and mentorship and give private cooking classes. Those are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different businesses. Again, it's not going to work, like you said, based on what we've said, right?
I'm like, I'm confused.
How to style your home. Let's look at that.
You see how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. So I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful. You see how I do my makeup for work?
So she's in the interior design. Okay, good. That's great. But you can't do 5 things at once.
Then don't tell me you do all of this stuff. Let me just.
And she has an aesthetic that I love. And I can tell that she would be good. I love this. This is gorgeous. I could tell that this is her thing because of what she does with the jam.
Okay, but maybe she doesn't. Okay, so if you don't want to do the jam, and again, she doesn't want to get help, let somebody else run the jam stuff, and you now focus in over here.
Again, like you were saying, that's an attitude you have to have of spreading yourself too thin, but you have to hire people to help you spread yourself thin.
Right. So Fred said nope. The next move was a recipe book.
Yes. What happened to that?
And she's grinding now.
So I'm thinking that she wants to do this interior design decor, but you are throwing too many darts at the dartboard. None of them are hitting the target. This will not work. And will she internally look at herself and say, why is this not working? Or will she say, well, I didn't get any more money? Again, there are pieces of things here. There's an IP here, but she's dropping the ball. By dropping this jam ball and running over to I do branding, I do interior design, I do private cooking lessons, I do therapy. It's too much. A confused mind goes nowhere. You go to Baskin Robbins 31 flavors. Do you say give me vanilla, chocolate, strawberry?
You pick one and don't even look at the other, and you pick the same one every time you go in the store just because you don't want to have to read through that list.
Because you think by having the buffet of everything available, that is wonderful. No, specialize, niche, do one thing at a time. Start one business. One. make it successful, move to the next. This is what Gary Vee does. He does one business, it comes successful, he hires people. I need a CEO, I need a CFO, I need a this, I need a that, I need a marketing strategist, and then he moves to the next business. You see it because he had the marketing agency, he did the small business advice, Sasha Group. He has the V Friends. He's doing something with cards now. He's doing something with children's book. He gets the idea, works on it until it's formed, then he hires. Hey, come on over here and help me. I'm going to the next thing. See, layers.
Yes,
not all at once.
He built it. Hired somebody to run it. Yeah, Fred said
lecture. Yeah, now she's gonna talk about the therapy part as a speaker lecture.
But she with that interview we just saw, she needed therapy. So why are you trying to give me therapy?
These are all good ideas all at once, separately, not all at pilot. So now she's got the new branding and thinking, well, I'm just going to pivot to that and it's all going to work. A mishmatch of things when you are the master of none.
She had our attention with the jam.
You got something. The pieces are there. With the jam, the pieces are there. Why
she had our attention, and now
why didn't it work?
I'm like,
like Fran said, money's not gonna fix this, and you're right. Money's not gonna fix this. More money going into the money pit is not gonna fix it because the problem is you as the business owner. You won't release control. You won't allow for growth by branching out, hiring people, delegating. Because you're a busy mom and this and that, plus throw mental things on top. You definitely need to delegate. You definitely need to hire. You definitely need to hire somebody to take this off your plate, but you're not doing it.
Right.
So here we are. Sad to see. And I looked at this as, the marketing case, the marketing missteps. I always like to bring a case and we talk about it. I haven't seen one in a while, and here we are. I was surprised by this one. So,
because see, I'd have bought the,
I'm surprised at this one. And like I said, I hadn't thought about this in a while. I went to Instagram and boom, there she was talking about bankruptcy and shutting down. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. Fred says she could easily connect with a marketing agency paid on a commission revenue percentage.
Yes, basis. And we're giving out the great ideas, but she's got to want to the mindset of wanting to do it. Like Fran was saying, the mindset. It's all here, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen.
I was like, oh,
because she's already moved on to the new brand, the new mishmash. What's that meal? There's some casserole thing you throw everything in. That's what she's making this dish today. You just throw everything in there.
The casserole. A friend said she called me and said she did all that.
It's sad to see. I always look at these things and I say it's sad to see because there was a road available to you because it's strategy. If you don't see the road, hire somebody to help you see the strategy of the road.
In a multitude of counselors, there is safety.
I just thought about it. You can go to SCORE, 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 which is all these retired business people and entrepreneurs that will help you. But you have to call them before you get to this point. It's too late now.
But she wasn't going to call because she wanted to do, I can do it myself, like a little 2-year-old.
But yeah, you got to want to do it. Yeah, you have to want to. The help is there. You have to want to. So, Fred got a bunch of, these are great. That's a t-shirt. Multitude of counselors. So this is it. Hopefully we've learned some things. I hope we pointed out things that could help you as a business owner. Like, don't get to this point where it's the end of the road, because the signs that say dead end, you don't just get to the dead end and there's a sign. There were signs way back then when you made the turn that said dead end. You ignored it.
Now there's flashing lights telling you there's no bridge ahead.
There's the flashing light, there's the hazard thing, and you're about to go over the cliff because they put the sign there for you to stop, but you didn't stop. So good luck to her. Sorry to see, but this is what it is. Business is not for the faint of heart. It's not easy, not an easy road.
And that is why TJ is here to help us. Reach out, ask some questions, get the help that you need. Terry Johnson, online.com/info. You can find Terry Johnson online everywhere. Reach out.
You need insights. You need another set of eyes to look at this and say, what am I doing wrong? Well, here's what you're doing wrong, and here's how you fix it. Sometimes you need that externally.
And look, and don't get stuck. Be like, I can do it myself. Or I know there are virtual assistants and things of that nature, but you have to learn how to delegate.
Yes, you have to want to give up control.
Right. Ask for the help and then ask them how you can delegate to them,
right?
Especially if you have a hard time.
And I've seen lots of business owners and experienced people that say, if there's tasks in your business that you don't like, please delegate that and hire somebody to take care of it. But there are people that will not do that. So Fred, thank you for the comments. Yeah, well, she's not gonna get it. AI.
AI is she ain't gonna ask AI.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, how are you? I hope you're doing okay today. Linda, I'm following you on Instagram. I'm glad you're still over there.
Woohoo!
I love that red hat you had on the other day. I put the comments. I love that hat. Thanks, Linda. So this is what we do here. We talk about it. We talk about it on Friday. We talk about social media and stuff on Friday and the things that are happening in tech. So it's the same kind of talk that you're getting today, where we look at things and go, why and who asked for that? And then we break it down.
And just looking at the case studies that TJ brings us helps us make a choice and a decision, make better choices and decision before it gets
just doesn't make me happy. It doesn't. But we needed to talk about it. It doesn't make me happy, even though we're laughing and making jokes. It's just that I see opportunity, and I'm like, how do you not see this? But again, it's a lot of factors, and we mentioned a lot here. So it's only to help, not to hurt. Only to help. So thanks for all the comments and all the questions and all the insights. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, everybody that's watching the replay. If you've got something to add, please do it in the comments, because we're still, comments still come to us. So the discussion can continue.
Yep. And if you want to know something, put that in the comments too, so we can answer for you.
Yeah.
And you can become a part of the Bizchicks community by texting Biz to 33777 or going to bizchicks.net. And we will continue to bring you relevant.
And don't be afraid to text because you think you're going to get a bunch of texts. No, you're going to get only valuable information when you need it.
We hate spam. So we're not going to spam you.
Right.
And we were talking about grind and hustle. We don't want to have you grinding, but we do want to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. So we'll see you next time. TJ will be here next Tuesday and again this Friday. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.